In this video, we're going to be looking at bearings. If you are given a question, let's say north 30 degrees east, how do you draw this particular bearing? Now, to draw this bearing, you first of all put down the direction. We have north, we have east, we have west, we have south. So these are the direction. Certain things I want you to understand about bearing. Now, bearings are measured relative to north and south line. So they are measured relative to north and south line here to here. Then it's very, very important you have that in your mind. Now, when you say north 30 degree east, you're going to go from the north 30 degrees to the east. Then you draw a line from here straight upward. Now, this is referred to as a direction vector. It's a line that represents the direction of the object. North 25 degrees west. How do you draw this particular bearing? Now, this particular bearing, you also put down the directions. This is north, east, south, west. Now, north 25 degrees west. So you go 25 degrees from the north to the west, right? Sorry, this is 30 degrees. You put it down, please. So when you go 25 degrees, you draw a straight line straight from here. This is 25 degrees. And then this is your direction. So this is how you draw this particular bearing. Let's say we have another bearing that says south 45 degrees west. How do you draw this particular bearing? To draw this particular bearing, let's put down our directions first. Now, it says south 45 degrees west. So you start from the south, you go 45 degrees, then you draw a straight line from here, which is the direction vector. Here, this is your 45 degrees. So this is how you draw this particular bearing. Bearings are measured relative to north and south line. That means that at the first letter of bearing, like the first one here, is always south or north, while the last one is always east or west. You can't say west 40 degrees south. It's not allowed. You can only say south or north and west or east. Now, let's say we are given angles and you are asked to find the bearing. So take for instance, you are given an angle and now you have to find the bearing. Let's say you have been given an angle and asked to find the bearing. Let's say we have north, east, west, south. Let's take for instance, you have to find the bearing of this angle. That bearings are measured relative to north and south line. Therefore, you cannot use this angle because this angle is relative to east and west. So to get the line that is the angle that is relative to north and south, which is this other angle, you say, so let's assume this angle to be what? Theta. So you say theta is equal to 90 minus 45. Therefore, you have what? 45. So this angle is what? 45. Because here to here is 90, here to here is 90, and like this, 90, 90, 90. This is made of 90 times 4, right? From here to here is 180, here to here is 180. So you need to just know those ones. These are basics. So this angle now is 45. So we have what? 45. So our bearing is going to be from here, which is south, 45 degrees towards the east. So we have south 45 degrees east. This is the bearing. Let's say we have another angle. Now, you are given, this is the direction. We have 20 degrees. Now you are asked to find the direction of this bearing. So this angle is relative to what? East and west. Therefore, we are looking for the angle that is relative to north and south, which is this one. Therefore, to find this angle, we say, let's take this angle to be what? Theta. So we say theta is equal to 90 minus 20. theta is equals to what? 70. So this angle is now 70 degrees. So the bearing will be taken from north 70 degrees what? East. So we have what? The bearing to be what? North 70 degrees east. So this is the bearing. Now let's look at some bearing questions that are in form of word problem. So question 1. The question says, a car leaves city X at a bearing of north 40 degrees east and travels in a straight line for 300 miles. How many miles east has the car traveled from the city? So let's say this is our city X. Solution first. The car leaves city S at a bearing of north 40 degrees east. So first of all, let's put our directions. So if the car leaves at north 40 degrees east, so you move 40 degrees from the north to the east. So let's say this is our 40 degrees. 40 degrees. These are 40 degrees east. And this car travels at a distance of 300 miles. So this distance here is what? 300 miles. Now, the journey is on a straight line for 300 miles. How many miles east has the car traveled? First, we need to get this angle here. So let's take this angle to be theta. So we say theta is equals to 90 minus 40. Theta is equals to what? 50. So this angle here is what? 50. So we're looking for the distance here. How far it traveled from this distance east, right? This is what distance we're looking for. Let's put it to be x. So now, if you close this, you have a triangle. And so let's put this to be y. So let's take out the triangle. Take out the triangle, we'll have a triangle like this. So this part x, we'll put x. This part we'll put y. This part, which is the hypotenuse, we'll put 300 miles. And then our angle is 50. Now to calculate for x, which will give us the number of miles that the car traveled from city X, we say we use SOHCAHTO in doing this calculation. You must have heard of SOHCAHTO before. And you know that this is sine opposite over hypotenuse. This is cos adjacent over hypotenuse. This is tan opposite over adjacent. Hypotenuse is the longest side of the triangle, which is this side. This is opposite this angle, and then this is adjacent of this angle. So to find the distance east that the car traveled from the city, we say cos 50 is equals to what? Adjacent, which is x, over hypotenuse, which is what? 300 miles. So when you cross multiply, we say x now is equals to cos 50 multiplied by 300 miles. So what you have when you multiply cos 50 by 300 miles is 102.8 miles. So that is how many miles east the car traveled from city X. Now let's say you want to look for y. If you want to find y, you use sine. So you say sine 50, you say y is equals to y all over what? 300 miles. In this case, we are using what? Opposite over hypotenuse. So when you cross multiply, you say y now is equals to 300 sine 50. So this will be equals to, when you multiply 300 times sine 50, what you get is 229.8 miles. Let's take another question. Question 2. The question says, Peter spots a crocodile directly north from his location. Joy is 500 feet east of Peter and spots the crocodile at a bearing of north 32 degrees west. How far is Peter from the crocodile? Solution. This is Peter. Let's use P. Now Peter spots the crocodile directly north of his direction. So this is north of Peter. So let's use C for the crocodile. This is C for the crocodile. Now, next it says Joy is 500 feet east of Peter. So this is Peter, east of Peter. So let's say this is Joy, J. Right? It's 500 feet east of Peter. So this is 500 feet. Now, the question says that at a bearing of north 30 degrees west. So this is bearing of north 30 degrees west. So this is the direction of Joy. Right? So this is north, this is west, this is east and south. So it says north 32 degrees west. So you go 32 degrees from the north to the west. So you go 32 degrees this way. So this is 32 degrees. Now, the question says, how far is Peter from the crocodile? So you are looking for what? This distance, x. How far is Peter from the crocodile? Now, to get this angle here, we say theta is equals to 90 minus 32, and which is going to be equals to what? 58 degrees. So this angle here is what? 58 degrees. So you bring this out, bring out the triangle, sorry. So you bring out the triangle we have. Right? So this is a 500 feet. And then we have the distance x that we're looking for. And our angle is what? 58. Now to get this distance, we use what? Tan. Tan 58, which is our angle, is equals to what? Opposite x over what? Adjacent 500 feet. Cross multiply, we have x is equals to 500 multiplied by tan 58. Therefore, what we'll have is what? 800 feet. Let's take another question. Question 3. The question says it is 12 miles west, and then it's 12 miles. Use M for the miles. And what? 15 miles south. This is 15 miles. What bearing should it take to travel directly to the island? Sorry, this should be the island, not the boat. So if this boat is traveling, what bearing will it take to reach this island? We're having a direction like this towards the island. So what bearing will this boat take to arrive at this island? So let's bring out the triangle. The triangle will look like this. To get this angle, we use tan. Therefore, tan theta, which is this angle, it's equals to 12 all over 15. And we know that taking the tan inverse of both sides, we have theta is equals to tan inverse of 12 all over 15. And when you take the tan inverse of 12 all over 15, you have 38.70 degrees. So now this is the angle here, the angle inside the triangle. This is the angle inside the triangle. Now to write the bearing, We say the bearing is going to be north 38.7 degrees east. So this is the bearing. So that will be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.